In this video, we will discuss time value of money. Sige, let's start.
Bigla kang sumakses eh.
Shoutout kay Abdelyakin Abdelman 5325. Thank you for your continued support. So what is time value of money? So this assumption states that money today is worth more than money tomorrow. So for example, bibigyan ko kayo ng 10,000 peso either ngayon or 10 years from now. Which one will you pick? Of course, it's a no-brainer. You will pick the 10,000 peso today. Bakit? Kasi magagamit mo na siya ngayon. Another thing, if you will wait for 10 years, baka yung mabibili mo 10 years from now is less than what you can buy today. Okay, so factor in mga, for example, inflation. So, konti na lang ang mabibili ng 10,000 mo compared today. So, madalas naririnig natin sa mga magulang natin na sinasabi nila, kami nga dati 2 pesos lang ang baon ko, okay na. Pero, ang 2 peso nila noon, nakakabili na ng kung ano-ano. Okay, meron na silang food, meron pa silang drinks, etc. Samantalang, sa panahon ngayon, ang nabibili lang ng 2 piso ay isang candy. Now, may dalawang terms tayo na paulit-ulit na maririnig. Number 1 ay ang present value. Number 2 ay ang future value. So, ano nga ba ito? Again, these terms define themselves. Paano? So, pag sabihin nating present value, it only means money right now. Money today. Okay? And yung future value is yung halaga ng pera in the future. So, sige, for example, nag-deposit ako ng 10,000 peso sa isang bank account that gives 12% interest. So, yung present value ng deposit ko is worth 10,000. Okay? Yan yung certain. Samantalang yung uncertain naman ay yung halaga niya in the future, which we can compute later. Okay? So, again, hindi natin alam magkano siya in the future. Kaya aalamin natin yung future value ng deposit. Paano naman yung baligtad? Sige, for example, may nangutang sa akin at babayaran niya ako 10 years from now ng 10,000 pesos. Okay? So, ang tanong, alam natin ang future value, 10,000 pesos. Pero hindi natin alam magkano siya today. Okay? So, I hope na alam nyo na yung difference ng present at saka ng future value. So, sige, next. This concept provides that contractual agreements to receive cash in the future will earn interest regardless whether interests have been agreed upon. So, meron kasing mga contractual agreements na non-interest bearing kung tawagin. Kaso, alam natin na hindi totoo yun. Okay? Meron pa rin siyang interest element. We will discuss this more in future lessons sa notes receivable. Basta ang tandaan nyo, lahat ng contractual agreements may interest element. Next, ano naman tong factors? So, factors represent change in value. For example, to denote a change in value, let's say from 1,000 to 1,500, we can say that the amount changed by a factor of 1.5 or 150%. So factors are just representation of change. So for example, so nagbago ang value from 1,000 to 1,500. So paano natin siya i-represent? So we can represent using decimals. We can also represent using percent. Most of the time, ginagamit natin ay yung decimal. Okay? So, if for example, more than 1 ang magiging factor, okay? For example, ito, 1.5, ibig sabihin, tumaas yung value. Okay? How about if equal to 1? So, ibig sabihin, walang nagbago kasi anything multiplied to 1 is equal to itself. Now, paano naman kung ang factor is less than 1? So, ibig sabihin, yung value is bumaba or mas mababa compared dun sa original. Okay? So similarly, factors can be used to calculate present and future values. So sige, punta na tayo dito sa my computation part. So first is future value of an amount. Okay? Tinatawag din natin tong FV of 1 peso. It answers the question, if I deposit 1 peso today, how much will it be worth in the future? So, emphasize lang natin to, lump sum. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng lump sum? Ibig sabihin nito ay isang bagsak nating matatanggap. Okay? Ang opposite ng lump sum is installment. Okay? Or series of payment. So again, pag sabihin nating lump sum, isang beses nating matatanggap. Okay? Tapos, ito ang gagamitin nating formula. 1 plus interest rate raised to the power of number of periods. Okay? Pause the video to answer and try to solve this problem on your own. Sige, let's start. So, ang sabi dito, okay, a 1 million peso note receivable earns 12% interest. So, kapag silent ang problem, i-assume natin na it's compounded. Hindi tayo gagamit ng simple interest. How much will the note be after 5 years? So, sige, check natin. Gamitin natin ang table. Okay? So, sige. Sa table, syempre magsisimula yan. 1 million peso. After 1 year, so magkakaroon ng 12% interest. So, that's 12% times yung outstanding balance. Okay? So, 120,000. So, magiging balance ngayon at year-end is 1,120,000. Next, imumultiply natin to by 12%. And makukuha natin si 134,400, which i-add natin sa outstanding balance. And so on and so forth. Okay? So, dapat yung ending balance natin at the end of 5 years will be 1,762,342. Gee, sana may mas mabilis na way yung hindi na natin kailangan gumawa ng table. Yes, there's a way. Okay? Gagamitin natin itong formula. Okay? Again, factors represent a change in value. So, sige, try natin gamitin yung formula. So, that's 1 million times the future value of 1, where the number of periods is 3 and the interest rate is 12%. So, sige, kung ipa-plug natin siya sa calculator, that's 1.12 raised to 5. Sige, sabayan nyo ako sa gamit yung basic calculator. So, that is 1.12. So, sir, paano yan? Wala namang raised to the power of sa basic calculator. So, pwede lang yan. Okay, guys? So, sundan nyo ako, okay? Press times or multiplication sign 2 times. 1, 2. Okay? Then, tandaan nyo na 1.12 already represents first period. Okay? So, yung next pindot nyo sa equal sign will be the second period. Okay? So, yung goal natin is 5 periods. Sige. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So, yan yung factor natin ngayon. 1.762341. 42. Okay? Kasi i-round natin to. Guys, in using factors, okay, ugaliin gumamit up to 6 decimals. Okay? You don't have to write everything. At the same time, 6. Bakit 6? Kasi kapag i-multiply natin siya sa millions, ang magiging result ay whole number. So again, ito na yung factor natin, 1.762342. So ayan. Next, i-multiply na natin ito sa principal. And yung future value is, voila! Diba? 1,762,342. Same dito. Okay? So, if gusto nyo makasave ng time sa board exam, dapat i-memorya nyo or i-practice nyo gamitin yung mga factors because they save a lot of time. So, next, i-discuss natin ang present value of an amount sa susunod na video.